Hello everyone, and today we are going to play around with Python package tkinter. So go to Visual Studios, and we're going to create a new file. Save it. So GUI.py. Alright, there. So there's this Python package called tkinter. So just import it as so. Import. It's different with Python 3. The T is lowercase. In Python 2, it's import capital T. But I'm in Python 3, so that won't matter. And then the way tkinter works is you import the module, create a main window, add whatever you want to it, and apply triggers events. So basically, we say object equal to tkinter tk, capital TK, parentheses. And so basically, that creates an object window. And so now we can say, well, let me rename it. That was just, give it M. And then we call it, then we add the main loop. That's what we, sorry, m.main. Alright, so we should be able to run this package, run this program, debugging, and here we go. It created this window, and here's the title, a little symbol, and all the features that would have. So this is what we use. We create an object for the window, and we add the main loop, which says open the window until it's closed. And we'll learn to play around with some functions. So there is a way to make this a little faster. We can say import tkinter, but we can say from tkinter import star. So what this means is we've imported the package, but the modules can be imported themselves. So now I can say just m is equal to capital TK, and I don't need m.main loop. And it does the exact same thing. Creates the window until I close. You can also say import tkinter as TK. That'll make it a bit shorter as well. So we have a main method, tk, and it has many values or parameters you can pass into it. One of them being screen name, comma, base name, comma, last name, use, okay. We're going to set use tk equal to 1. We're going to set class name equal to tk. We're going to set base name and screen name. We're going to set it to hello world. Control S, Control F5. Oh, I should have changed. Okay. Oh, it gave screen name now. Sorry about that. And so these are values you can play around with, but I won't cover here. Basically, yeah, these are just parameters you can pass in. Oh, so class name is how you change the window name. So I'm going to change this to hello world. and I should bugging. There you go. That changed application. And there are some other functions like pack, grid, place. So pack is used for organizing the stuff we're going to put into our application. Grid organizes the stuff we put into the window, and place organizes the things we put in our window to specific. So we're going to play around with these for a bit. This might be a multi-part video. So let's play around with one of the first objects called button. So buttons are used for, surprise, buttons, just an object. So we can say button equals to button, capital B, parentheses, object name, text, top, comma, width equal to 25, comma, command m dot, and then we say button dot packed, then main s. So that added the button stop, and it's this 45 pixel size, I think, or sorry, 25 in width pixel size. And when we gave the string name stop, that's what's listed on the button. And when we click it, it closed the program, or closed the window. So button is an actual function in tkinter. Button here is just the name we call it, and you pass in the parent or master class, which is the object here we created, m, and we add the text, whatever we want it to display, the size, and a command. And there are special commands in tkinter that will do various things. m.destroy, which is really master.destroy, just closes the application when you hit the button. So that's what you can do with a button, and button.pack puts it into the window. I think if we don't have this, it would not appear. Yeah, it wouldn't appear. So while that button exists, we need the button.packed to actually make it appear in our window. So next, we have canvas. So a canvas is used to draw pictures and other complex layout like graphics and text. So we're going to W, which can be just object. For reference, we're going to say W equals. We're going to say canvas, parentheses, M, comma, width 400. I think it was 40, height 50. This. And then we say w.packed, which actually puts it in the window. And then say w.create and the create underscore line. Then we pass in where we want it to start, so 0, and $50, comma, and then the width 250, then height 100. They're probably too big, but again, S. Run without. And you can see a line right there. So that's how we create a line in our little application. And we can combine it with the previous button practice I wanted. Code again. S 5. So it did everything. It created the line and it creates our button. So these are just things you can add into your graphical user face. Various. So canvas is to draw stuff. Button is to make a button that does something. Now we can have a check button practice to select any number of options by displaying option toggle button. So we have our master. Commented. Go back and label parentheses the master, comma text. Dot grid row 0. Same thing again, so paste. Last name. Let's Control F5. What's going on? Oh, I need to add some extra stuff. Sorry, I'm not. Create an object called E1, set it equal to entry. Put in the master. Create another object, call it E2, have the same code. And say E1.grid, parentheses, row equals 0, comma, column. Same thing for E2. Row equal to. Alright, so what that did. Undefined variable. Oh, it's a capital L, sorry. Run without bugging. We see we added some text. On. Add first. Oh, sorry, this is supposed to be last name, supposed to be first name. Okay. 5. There we go. Add our first name, so John Smith. No? But it takes an input. Right now it doesn't do anything, but that's how we add input from the user face. Just, yeah, it was pretty cool. So basically, we created some labels like first name and last name and set them into position row 1 and row 0 with grid. And then we created an entry in the master, called it E1 and E2, and used grid to align them accordingly to first name and last name, and then the main loop to run it. So that's check button. And then we have a frame. So a frame acts as a container to hold widgets, or basically these things. Consider label a widget. It's an object to be added in application. Say root. M is equal to tk. Create an object called frame and set it equal to capital F frame. To user. Said frame dot pack puts it into the actual window. They create an object called button frame. Master. And we say button dot packed parentheses side equals bottom and cap. And then we say red button. Create an object called red button. Set it equal to button. Capital button parentheses frame comma text equals comma FG equals parentheses red. And then pretty much do this process again. So say red button dot packed, and we set the side equal to left. And then we set button equal to button frame left. And then we create a new button. We call it green button. Equal to button frame, which is that's supposed to. And then we do the same thing. Green button dot packed side equal to and say left. Create a blue button object set equal to button frame. Add blue. And just add it back. Button packed side say left. Then we create one last object. We'll call it black button equal to button frame. So set the color to black. And then we just pack it and we set it equal to bottom. And then have the loop. Okay, let's see if this saved. And let's see what that did. So it added some objects, red, green, and blue. And down below, it will have just far down. Should have, I don't know why. I don't know why it's not showing. Oh, sorry, I didn't add it to the pack, that's why. Black button dot packed. Button dot packed. Plus 5. There we go. So green, red, blue, black. So just buttons added to our application. And then we can combine everything that we did. Copying and pasting it. And works. 5. It'll probably be very messy. I don't know why he's not running. Button. Should have been all able to run. Oh, it's giving me errors, sorry. Cannot use geometry matter grid inside, which already have. Well, that didn't work. But yeah, and the purpose of this was to see some quick things you can do with Tinker building applications. So thank you guys for joining me.